What's going on, boys? The title of today's discussion is All I Aim to Do is Help People. And that's the God's honest truth when it comes to this channel and when it comes to any sort of community that I build around this channel in the future, whether it be Discord or Patreon or whatever it is. All I truly aim to do with this is to help people. And with that, this channel is going to be preaching nothing but truth to you guys, because I don't believe in having people I care about and feeding them lies and not telling them the truth. No matter how bad it hurts, sometimes the truth, it stings a little bit, but then after a while, people actually, what they thought stung was sweet as a kiss. It feels like a slap, but it's like a warm, strong hold of a hug from a brother. And that's what truth is. Sometimes it takes a while to seep in and be like, oh yeah, he was I thought he was being a dick, but he really cares about me. And speaking of cares, I need to let you guys know the first thing when it comes to self-improvement and changing your physique and getting your finances right and all of those things, that truly no one cares. No one cares about you. And when I say that, I don't mean except for friends and family and close friends and me and people like me. People who have gone through what you may have gone through, whether that be depression and self-loathing and being extremely overweight and thinking that there's no way out and not having a place. I've been there, so I do care. I genuinely care. And your friends and your like very close friends, the one or two people, you don't have a group, no one has a group. If you have a group, you got some learning to do about the people that you're around. If you have a giant circle of friends, you're gonna learn. Anyways, your family, people who are blood, sometimes they don't even care and they don't care about you. But here's one thing I will say about this channel and the community that I'm building. It's going to be small for a while, and I hope that it is. And I want it to be intentionally small. I don't want to have millions of people subscribed and in my comments. And I don't want millions upon millions of people in my Discord. What I want is a very small niche community of self-improvement bodybuilders and people and lifters. Really, they don't have to be like in the sport of bodybuilding, but just lifters who want to self-improve, who are single and try, or maybe they have a family and they just want to be better and do better as men. And what I aim to give you guys is a brother. I want to be your bro. I will be your big bro. I will be your little bro if I'm younger than you. And I will be just your peer brother. I will be your twin. And I will give you a place to belong in this community where you can share things like when things aren't going so great. And this is why I don't want the community to be super big, because then it leads to trolls and having like a, not to say that this is going to be a safe space, because a lot of people will have to tell you, like, if you're being a pussy, to not be a pussy. If you're being self-loathing, to not have pity on yourself. That the goal is harsh truth to create change and to stimulate change and to hopefully help you better yourself. But with that, this community and me, I will say that there's only so much we can do. I can give you a big old hug when you need it. I can give you a shoulder to cry on when you need it. But you have to do these things for yourself. You have to want to self-improve for yourself. You have to want to drop the weight for yourself. You have to want to increase your finances and work 7 days a week. If you have to do that, I work 7 days a week. I know a lot of people would watch this and be like, what? Work 7 days a week? What are you doing on Saturday and Sunday? What? Relaxing? Free time? You don't have time to relax and free time. In 2035, all retirement's going to be gone, and the only thing that's going to be there is what you have built. He's about to jump on the table. I'm going to go ahead and stop him. What you have built will be the only thing that you have to cushion and to fall back on. So with that, you don't have time, you don't have the resources to just chill. You know, you can chill when you get off. You're only working for 8 to 9 hours each day. And if you're working 12 hours in 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, then you're good. Then you shouldn't have to work Saturday and Sunday. You shouldn't be financially struggling. And if you're not financially struggling, you can take everything I say about the finances and just tell me to shove it. But anybody who's like me, a recovering loser, and that doesn't have a college degree, they don't have anything financially going for them, they don't have anything to fall back on, their dad didn't leave them any money, their grandparents didn't leave them any money, they don't have any trust fund or anything coming their way. I have nothing coming my way except for everything that I earn and everything that I put back. You should be getting your finances right and working 7 days a week. Again, all that to say this, you have to do it yourself. I can give you the motivation, and I can be that pillar that is like, I do it too. I'm in the fire. I'm the general leading the army at the forefront, not in the back where he's safe, where I can say, yeah, do this and don't do this when I don't do those things, or I'm telling you to do things that I don't do. You know, I'm telling you not to do things I do, and then telling you things to not do to do that I don't do. You know, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be a general that leads by example. But only you can change you, your physique, your finances, your social life. You want friends, I can be your friend. You want a bro, I can be your bro. You want a community, I'm building a community, and it will be built. You know, I don't know to what extent and how successful I will be. I have a really strong belief in myself, and I do think that, you know, it's going to be in a good spot within a year or two, maybe 10 years. It'll be really good. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm in it for the love of the game. This is going to be a thing. So you can be a part of it and grow. And, you know, I just hope that I can help you motivate. But at the end of the day, you have to, I can give you the motivation. We can give you the motivation. I'm speaking in future tense. The community can give you motivation, but you have to develop and practice discipline. You have to develop and practice discipline. Otherwise, no one can help you. You can't help someone who will not help themselves. And here's how you do this. Here's how it happens, or when it happens. It's not like a how you do this, but it's more of like along the lines of how it happens is you have to reach a breaking point. You have to reach a breaking point where you are so tired of yourself and your circumstances enough to change. That's where I started. That's where almost everybody that's going to become a part of this community, or, you know, is already a part of a community like this, started as well. They looked in the mirror. They were disgusted. They looked at their bank account and they were pissed. When I looked at my bank account before working 7 days a week, I would just be shitty. I'm like, damn, I just got paid and it's all gone. It's all already gone. And I don't have anything to save. And meanwhile, I'm like getting bombarded with a bunch of YouTube videos telling me how to invest in a high yield savings account and a stock index fund, mutual fund, and all this stuff to prepare a portfolio. I have the know-how. I know how. And I would sit there and be like, oh, well, if only I was dealt with better cards. Oh, if I win the lottery, I know what I'm going to do. Dude, just like being the most self-pity piece of shit that I could possibly be. And not taking control of anything, and not having any sort of discipline, and not having any sort of motivation to get to no fire into my belly. But I had a point. I had a point where I was like, dude, I can't take this anymore. Either this changes starting today and I'm going to see progress, and I'm going to see it through, just like I'm doing with this YouTube channel. I shot in the dark. I was like, I'm going to start bodybuilding. I'm going to start taking care of myself. I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start eating in a caloric deficit. I'm going to know the ins and outs. I'm going to figure out what all this shit means and put all the puzzle pieces together. Carbs, keto, low fat, whatever works for me, whatever I can adhere to, I'm going to figure this shit out. I'm going to start lifting, and I'm going to get shredded or get an aesthetic physique where I look good, where I look in the mirror and I like the way that I look. I'm going to get to the point where my finances, where I'm not like getting paid and I'm about to, like, I'm losing hair that I don't have. I'm not going to, I decided that I'm not going to be a loser that doesn't have any friends. I'm going to make myself friendly. I'm going to reach out to people. I'm going to swallow my pride. Well, nobody reaches out to me. Oh, it's a two-way street. No, I'm going to reach out to people. I'm going to be like, hey, man, how you been? How you doing? And I'm going to care for them, and I'm going to be their friend. Even maybe if they're not like the most reciprocal friend, I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to be a good friend, and it's going to come back to me. That was the mindset. That is still the mindset. That's still what I'm doing. It's still it's a process, and it's a refining process, and it gets clearer, and the vision gets clearer, and the process gets cleaner, it's like refining metal. It's not, you don't just go from ore to just pure gold. No, it's a nice, long, drawn-out process. Maybe in real life, maybe you do go from ore to gold. I don't know, but I'm just saying in real life, for our improvement, for us, for our physique, for our finances, for the discipline, for the motivation, for changing our life, it is not instantaneous. It is not ore to a gold bar. I guess that's a good example. It's not ore to gold bar. It's ore to pure gold, to purest gold. Then you make the gold bar, gold bullion, or whatever it's called. And so, with that, if I can do it, a piece of shit loser with absolutely nobody who cares about him, except for my very close friends, the friends that I told you that how I made, the friends that I've reached out to, the friends that I care about, my family that I care about. And that's the thing. The more people you care about, the more people will care about you. The friendlier you are to other people, the more friendly other people are to you. And yeah, there's people that will try to like spit on your fire. There's people that will try to douse your fire. There's people that will be a piece of shit to you regardless of how friendly you are. Ignore those people and fuck those people. But but you have me though. You have me where you can be like, just some random. You're just some random to me. I don't know you, but if you comment on my YouTube video and you say, please help me, I will help you. As much as I possibly can, I will help you. I will be your big brother. I will be your peer. I will be your little brother. I will be the motivation, the general at the front lines telling you what you need to do when I'm already doing it. And I won't lie to you. So that's my promise in this, in this long discussion of all I aim to do is help people. That's my promise, is that I won't lie to you. I'll be your friend as much as I possibly can. I'll help you get shredded. I'll help you with everything that I possibly can. And so will the rest of this community. But you have to be willing to help yourself. You have to be willing to get to that point that, you have to get to that point. I guess it's not about willing. You have to get to that point where you're like, all right, it's enough, dude. It's enough. Either a rope is going around my neck or it's changing today. With that said, boys, I know this is a hard one. It seems like I've been doing a lot of hard ones lately, but I do plan to do a little bit more lighthearted, kinder content in the future. But I want to put out some stuff that really helped me change. These kind of talks help me change. And so I'm putting them out for you and to you in hopes that it helps you change. So until next time, boys, peace.